Doki Doki Literature Club. Stream number 4. Okay, then. I started off great because I forgot to shut my door. I'll be back. As you can see already, I am professional beyond your wildest dreams. So, this stream is the stream that we get into all the nitty-gritty. All the stuff that made this game what it is. The stuff that gave me nightmares for a day. I mean, it's spooky and scary, but not that scary. But no real point in holding it off. Let us go. I only spent a few minutes back at home anxiously waiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without a delay, I opened the door and let her in. Oh yeah, I forgot, we chose Natsuki to help over the weekend. We gotta do some bacon! Because I like Natsuki more than Yuri. Yuri's plastic. Natsuki has some character. Every stream, I forget your voice. Your voice in particular. Sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes made the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make me feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to me seeing I've had a skull. I can't read! Ladies and gentlemen, you'd think I would have learned that I can't read by now, but guess not! Anyway, I'm coming in. Sure. Why don't you just come inside my house? Don't wait for me to invite you in. Yeah, come in. Want to take a bath? Want to sleep in my bed? No. Not what I meant. Bad boy. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't come... I can't read and do voices at the same time. English is not my strong suit. Language in general isn't. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right? Yes, I did. Nick is a reliable human. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. It's not like I'm a useless one-dimensional game character or anything like that. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school? Whoa. Mind-breaking revolution. People are different depending on how big the crowd they're in, or what crowd that they're in. People are different if they're in public or in a private home. Whoa. Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What, you're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Nick? Listen, I left it at the school door. I live alone. I don't have to have hospitality. I don't have friends, so I don't get visitors. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grabbed the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Anime noise. This is ridiculously heavy. I'm not laughing. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yes, I am impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? Yes. You jerk. Natsuki a fist into my chest. Hey, hey! Just because it's true doesn't mean it was right. Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Eh? It's not that I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, jeez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because I'm not at school. Am I gonna get started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. Ha 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 ha. Forced laughter. What? It's a little bit more like you. It's more fun when you speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. Because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri, it doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and turns her face red. Yes, you should have caught your words. This is a Christian household! I won't have that kind of language tolerated in my kitchen! Okay. Ow. Every part of that joke hurt. Natsuki? Forget it! I didn't say anything. I should apologize. Eh? I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have also been a little bit more considerate, too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. They're called pedophiles. No? Not funny? Okay. How would you know that anyway? Because I'm one of those men, Natsuki. I'm one of those men. Gross. Hey. Is that to me? Who else? Man, just get started already. You get all sour when girls call you gross. I finally found your weakness, Nick. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there ain't no way I ain't fighting back. I am going to lay down the roast of the century. The sun will be jealous of how much fire I'll be spitting at you. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally start to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess, because it turns out she actually doesn't know what she's doing. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough. What is it with me and reading aloud? The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't screw up everything and everything that has to do with everything, because everyone knows I'm useless. Nick, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's gonna be in the oven soon, and I need to fill the trays. Food color. Yeah, I knew there was something I forgot at the store. What? I mean, what do you want it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Cute idea. And what are we... English. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on! You're not putting any heart into this at all! Can you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun! Sitting here, being yelled at, not doing anything worthwhile. I'm having fun! You're not the one having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring in each. Yeah, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just following instructions. Presentation is where you get to be creative and do the most fun. the mostest fun you'll ever have. In the day of the festival, which is the day that it takes place, the festival. English is interesting. It's a million times more worth in the end if just looking at it makes everyone else's eyes lighten up. I can't read. Have I complained about my inability to read enough yet this stream? Probably not. Yeah, it's gonna go. The whole thing, whole hour of me complaining. Prepare. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting the cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monica delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. I doubt it. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. It's in the bowl. I haven't started stirring yet, but it's getting there. I'm using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, no. It'll just take me a little longer because I actually have no idea what I'm doing. I've never cooked or baked a single thing in my life. I burn water. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Well, I guess I better slow down a bit more. You know what I'm saying? Never mind. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk for me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. Oh, I got you. I got you. I'm making icing! Ow. That hurt. That really hurt, actually. Ow. After a few seconds the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? So just cause you think that you swooped in and finished my work, that it's your icing. Natsuki. Are you forgetting who did all the work? My point exactly, Nick. I understand you, Nick. I get you on a personal level. I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next! I'd like to see you try, small fry. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me caused me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got on my face! And whose fault is that? It's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this! Natsuki instead wipes it off her face with her finger before shoving it toward my own face. You wish I'm faster. Omae wa mu shinderu. I grab her wrist with my hand before reaching my face. Natsuki tries to use the other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. These are so weird! This is weird! Weird alert! This is weird! This is still weird! Okay, that's enough of that. That joke went just for too long. The perfect amount of annoying. Stop! Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. Just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Think dumb things just to get reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease a girl like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking the icing off. What? Did you
Seriously, just...
Natsuki's so surprised she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red.
Nick, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls. Unless you really like them. You know that, right?
Oh boy! I'm gonna get the weird kazoo back in just a second, because this is taking a turn! What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Saved by the alarm! Woo! Natsuki brushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet.
No wonder! You left a dirty tray in here, dummy! How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked the oven before turning it on! Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt, grabs the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake tray into the oven. Then, I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue the icing like nothing ever happened. Good.
Ah, that smells so good!
Natsuki has had like 8 different voices in the course of these 4 streams. That's... The cupcakes are about to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling, warm air fills the room.
Look at how cute they all look!
She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing.
Not like you need to tell me that! I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags.
Natsuki handed me some plastic bags. Thanks for the info.
I have these nozzles so they'll make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. You probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others.
That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. It can also be used to write stuff on a cake. Like, happy birthday or whatever.
Ah, I see. That gives me an idea, actually.
Huh?
Well, it's a literature event, right? You could use it to make literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It'd be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like.
Oh. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so...
Maybe I'm getting it from you, a wink.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute.
Oh, come on. I'm not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute.
Well...
Natsuki's voice suddenly trails off.
Same with you.
What? Did you say something?
No, nothing. Let's just do the icing.
Natsuki picks up the paste, and fastens the nozzle on each of the bags.
There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Without giving me a chance to think before Natsuki Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. I can't read. I just can't. It's not within my capabilities. She shows me how to apply the icing, then we get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all aside so we can admire our work.
Look at how pretty they are all together. That's not what it said.
Yeah, they really are, aren't they?
I wish I could have one now.
No reason why you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that.
Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite.
Ah. Sarah is the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner.
Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we could have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner.
Already? It's a shame.
It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like it's not like you'll always have this chance.
Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you'll probably do it in one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any.
I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you.
Yeah. I again think back to the conversations I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today.
You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki's already about to leave. Feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for helping and everything. See you tomorrow.
Hey, Natsuki.
Yeah?
What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, alright? I think if it's possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. Want to read manga, or go out somewhere.
Do you really mean that?
Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you.
Nick, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so...
Little close! Just... Wait, Natsuki, you're a little close. Just 5 feet, you know? At least 2. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch the side of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks are matching her eyes, fill my vision as long as her slightly parted lips. What is happening? And this whole situation is made weirder that there's no music. My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breath against me.
I've felt it for a while now.
Natsuki suddenly jumps back.
Sayori?
Huh?
Hi, Nick.
Sayori, just now we weren't...
It's okay, Nick. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad.
That was not your voice.
Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any of the cupcakes before then. Anyway, later.
Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come over and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. Makes me really happy you've made such good friends. It all matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Nick? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it always feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much easier if I could just disappear.
Sayori! Don't say that.
It's true, Nick. If I wasn't here, you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica's right about what? Sayori, What I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you isn't the burden on your mind. Isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm gonna be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Nick. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori.
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and sorry to like you too much. I did this to myself. Nick, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And...
It's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hands down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said that I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. Sayori. Okay. So. I want to tell Sayori this, mainly because of the fact that, one, I do like Sayori out of the Sayori's character, out of all the girls here, but I don't want to tell her because of the fact that in the last stream, when we confronted her first, she said that she just wants things to be back to the way they used to be, back when everyone was happy. She's scared and doesn't know what's going on, so I mean, it doesn't matter either way, but like either way leads to the same result, so I'm gonna say that I love her, but if it was a real life situation, I wouldn't drop that on somebody on top of the hundreds of other things. But I wouldn't say, you'll always be my dearest friend either, because nobody likes the friend zone. But for the sake of the game, I'm just going to say that I love her. I love you.
Yeah?
Those are my true feelings. So there is no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone else in the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side. Then I know we'll both be happy.
Nick.
Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me.
Nick. Is this really okay?
Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again.
I love you, Nick. I want to be with you forever.
Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit.
What is this?
Sayori?
I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Nick.
It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. No matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. It's all that matters right now.
Okay. I trust you.
Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh?
What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I can handle anymore right now. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best.
Hey, Nick.
Sayori gazes at me, once again, smiling sadly.
Even if I get really, really sad, This is the best thing for me, alright?
Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori meant by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori?
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. That's why I want to trust you. You always know what's best for me.
Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me. As much trouble as I have understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, even though I can comfort her rather, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until they're back to where they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting things to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me. I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. And, yeah, in the chat, I already know all the outcomes. Everyone's doomed. Everybody's doomed. I skipped that. Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. Considered going to her house and waking her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki's already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way Natsuki does about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But Monica, but knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too.
Nick, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early.
It's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared of all the poems written or were performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that Monica would like and submitted it. Well, that's the one I'll be performing.
I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because that's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all.
You should take a little more responsibility for her, Nick. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Kinda left her hanging this morning, you know?
Exchange? Monica, you know about that?
Of course I do. I'm the club president after all.
But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really just tell her about it that quickly? The music, lack thereof, is unsettling. That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. We don't know the full story at all, so... I hear something.
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
Yeah? Monica was being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after saying that.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
That was gross. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this would definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I could have sworn there was music in this part of the game. Whatever. Each member's poem is neatly printed to its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poem from the other day, from the practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Percent. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head before I know what is best for you. Get out of my head. I list. before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she told me. She said to me, get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem was never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? But in the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Nick? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. More than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... well, alright. Trying to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? Should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help wake her up. Even the simple gesture of walking to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and that's what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. Don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. I know it's coming, but... Man, I liked Sayori. Grr. Hashtag graphic content incoming, ladies and gentlemen. Like, why do I say ladies and gentlemen first of all? And I'm pretty sure everyone already knows what this game is now. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking up her in her own house. This is really something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on the door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. But isn't this kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. Game, you're not giving me a choice! What about my needs? I gently open the door. Sayori. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. This is why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. And why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for other people to care about her. And why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I had just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always had been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth anything more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 End. Not quite! Oh boy. Poor Sayori. Gone forever. Alright, so good. Load new game. I won't do that again. That hurt. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the alley. She's totally oblivious, paying attention to drawing. That girl's my neighbor and good friends since we were children. You know, the kind of friends. This is all unimportant because she's dead. However, I just sighed relief, let catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. No, you didn't. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I completely forgot to keep checking the game files, and this is one of those games, and now we get this. Just happythoughts.png. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. These aren't very happy thoughts, Sayori. Not very happy thoughts. Oh well. Alright. As far as the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. School day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I knew it. After I packed my things, I stared blankly at a wall before looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There aren't really any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be too demanding for me to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Nick? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiled sweetly. We do know each other. We rarely talked. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there are any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing over the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather just take something out that I personally enjoy and make it something special out of it. In that case, what clubs did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That's kinda dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's kinda hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. I can see that. But it's not really boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I almost said Monica. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey Nick, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance that you could do me a big favor? I won't ask to join, but at the very least come visit my club. It would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monokerdoker? Sure, I guess I could check it out. And sure, I guess I'm run out of time. So, Sayori's killed herself, the game is freaking out, and we have another person on the hit list. So, thanks everybody for coming out to my dumb stream. Well, one person coming out to my stream. Yeah. Boy, aren't I popular. Thank you everyone for tuning in after the fact, which is most of you. Anyone who caught the recording of it. And I will see you once Doki Doki returns. Or I might sneak another game in between streams. Switch it up a little variety. Keep you guys on your toes. Not really. Well, anyway, I will see you in whatever I make next. See ya!